So today we're going to be going over some of the basics of the ACE medical system, along with our own standard operating procedure for when your battle buddy goes down. First off, we'll be going over what every operator should carry. First thing we have is 4 tourniquets to stop the bleeding on your limbs when you're hit. Next, we have 4 splints when your limb becomes fractured, and then 4 epinephrine auto-injectors to increase your heart rate and counter morphine. Then we have 3 morphine to decrease pain, but it also lowers your heart rate significantly. Then we have 15 packing bandages for velocity wounds, and 15 elastic bandages for avulsions and other wounds. Just note that it is more efficient for elastics when you have a medic near you, as they're able to stitch it faster. And at least 1,000 milliliters of blood. So now we're going to go over a little bit of the medical menu. So when I open it up, you can see myself. I obviously have no injuries at this moment. Now under advanced treatments, I can see I can give myself blood. If I was down, or if someone else was down under advanced treatments, I could do CPR. Under medications, I can inject morphine and epinephrine. Under bandage and fractures, if I had a fracture, I could apply a splint. If I had an injury, I could apply a bandage, but right now I can apply tourniquets, which would stop blood flow. And I can also examine the patient, I can check my pulse, I can check blood pressure. And you only see these if you have these in your inventory or in the down person's inventory. So now we're going to go over our standard operating procedure for when our battle buddy goes down. The first part is to clear the contact. So Tim has just been shot, so I'm going to look around for the enemy and neutralize them. I'm going to continue to make sure that there's no enemies around, and I'm going to make my way to my battle buddy. I'm going to quickly examine the patient by opening the medical menu. And from here, I can see he has injuries. So I'm going to tourniquet his arm, or any wound that is present, and then I'm going to bandage his head. Since he has a velocity wound, we're going to pack it. The next part is to move the patient to a secure area. In this case, we're going to move him to a casualty collection point, indicated already on the map by the medic. Now that we've moved into the casualty collection point, we're going to put him down and let the medics get to work. If the medic does not ask for help, your job is to maintain security. If you are unable to get to the medic, or there is no casualty collection point, then you must take your battle buddy and bring him into a secure location so you can work on him. From here, we can treat his injuries. We can bandage him so that the bleeding stops. Once that's checked, you want to check their pulse. If they do not have a pulse, you want to start CPR by clicking on their torso and selecting CPR. If he continues to not have a heart rate, and you see he has lost a lot of blood, you want to start giving him fluids. Then you can continue CPR. After successful CPR, you see he's now back up in the fight, but you still want to give him some more blood. And make sure to take off the tourniquet. If you are stuck on your own in a combat situation and you are hit, you want to first eliminate the threat, get into cover, and start bandaging yourself. If you have lots of wounds, you'll want to tourniquet any limbs. Once they're bandaged, you can give yourself blood if needed. Now you can see that here I'm in pain, and you can hear the sounds. When you're in pain, your weapon sways. The more pain you're in, the more it sways. To reduce this, you inject morphine. The thing with morphine is it will decrease your heart rate, so after you put in a morphine, it's best to put in an epinephrine. If your heart rate gets too low, you'll hear the beating. This means you need to increase it by injecting epinephrine. In quick time, your heart rate goes back to normal. And now you can continue the fight. So let's review the SOP. First, clear the contact. Eliminate hostiles that will threaten you to reach and secure your battle buddy. Second, examine the patient and see what injuries there are. Third, tourniquet the limbs. You want to use tourniquets on any wounded limbs to stop the bleeding. Fourth, bandage the head and chest, where most of the blood will bleed out from. Fifth, secure the patient, either to a casualty collection point, a safe building, or the best available cover. And sixth, provide security for the medic unless otherwise instructed. One final thing to remember is that no medical situation is the same, so getting the basics down will keep your team in the fight. Well, I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you on the server soon.